Hey friends, this is episode 87 of Revisiting Sunnydale. I am Camila.
I'm Marcella.
We are your guides through this rewatch of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Thanks for being along here with us all this time.
Yeah.
And thanks for just joining us if you are. Yeah. All right. So I guess we're just going to get into this, guys. So we got some stuff to unbox. We haven't done this in a while.
We haven't done this in a while. And I got 2 new ones, so I figured, why not?
Marcella's got some new stuff here.
Yeah. So I decided to...
Are you still getting any geeky boxes?
So I still get the Geek Fuel, because it's quarterly now.
Mm.
I've gotten 2 of them, and I haven't been overly impressed.
Uh-huh.
Cute shirts, nice
Okay.
little art pieces from my wall, but the rest of it's basically Christmas presents.
Gotcha.
So we'll still get one more. Since it's quarterly, I tend to forget.
Mm.
You know.
Right.
It's the beauty boxes that I got to pare down.
Yeah, because it looks like you got 2 brand new ones.
I got 2 brand new ones because I was going to get rid of 2 old ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I keep forgetting to cancel the other ones. So now I just get 4 a month.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get me. Well, and Allure, I tried to quit and Allure was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What if we only charge you $10?
You're
I'm like,
fine.
Damn it.
Fine.
And that one it's decent.
Mm-hmm.
I usually get some pretty decent samples in that one, so
All right.
they hang around.
Mm.
Ipsy, I've been so pissed with Ipsy for so long. And now they've got this Ipsy Glam Bag Plus where you get like full-size stuff, but it's like $50 or something. I don't know. I have so many bags laying around my house. I think I'm just done with that too.
Yeah.
But I keep wanting to spend my points before I cancel.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't have anything I want to spend my points on.
Right. They tried to get me with that additional glam bag thing, and they almost got me, but I was like, wait a minute.
Well, now you can like add on stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that.
No.
I looked at this. I don't want anything.
I didn't want any of it.
My bag this month looks pretty good, so I think I'll just finish it because I always like to get December because it's like the holiday bag and it always has 1 or 2 other,
Yeah.
So I think in the new year I'm going to get rid of Ipsy. Probably get rid of one of these new ones because I don't really like it as much as I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
But one I'm keeping because of what happens when you've been there a year. So
Okay.
up first, the first new one we have is the Sephora Play Box.
Mm-hmm.
It's monthly. It's, I think, like $10 a month. It's
Okay.
pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
And it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
The samples are pretty small. They're Sephora brands, which I don't go to Sephora that often, but it's a little higher scaled than Ulta.
Yeah.
You know, Ulta's like the Target of,
Right.
you know.
I have a problem going into Sephora because of all the smells.
Right.
It's like the same with like Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works.
Yes.
It's like, it's just too much. It's like, I'm tasting this. I shouldn't be tasting this.
I shouldn't be tasting it. So the first thing I'll give you so we can get it out of the way because I detest it.
Mm.
Detest it. It's so funky. It is so funky. It's like emanating from the box. It's way worse than you even thought it was going to be, right? This is awful.
Horrible.
It's awful.
Ugh.
It's gross. I don't even know how to describe what this smells like.
What is the name of that?
Okay, so it's Maison Marigelle. Marigelle, Paris. Eau de toilette.
Ugh.
And it's called Replica. Originally Jazz Club, I guess is what it's. The line might be
Originally
Replica and the name is Jazz Club. Yeah, it smells like a jazz club. It smells like a dirty trash, like ashtray. I hate it. I hate it. Every time I open this box, I get wafted with this nasty smell.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Gross.
Ugh.
Don't like it at all. Next up, we get Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. It's a full coverage foundation for white people.
And teeny tiny.
It's teeny tiny.
This is a one-time use.
Whose color is that?
Right? It ain't yours.
No, but let's laugh a little
Oh, God.
when we see how bright this is. This what? No,
So you're taking up mime.
what? Yeah. But then something weird happens, and you're like, "What? Where'd it go? I don't. Where did it go? And feel that.
Huh.
What?
That's a weird thing.
So we'll see. Because it disappeared into my skin.
Yeah, it did.
You can't see it, and it made it feel nice and soft.
Yeah. So is it actual coverage?
We'll see.
Does it cover anything?
We'll
up?
see. Because when you put it on your hand,
Yeah.
and then you put it on your face,
little different.
Have you ever put foundation on in the dark of your room? Yes. Gone into a more brightly lit room?
Like, oh, I need better lighting. Clearly.
Yes. I need to stop doing makeup in this room. Next up, we have a full-size Clinique, and this is a poorly named. It's called a chubby stick. Yep, we're all 12-year-old boys.
All right, you got a chub.
I got a chubby stick. And it goes up and down. Now, okay. Where is it?
What is it? Is it a lipstick?
Where is it?
Is it supposed to be a lipstick?
It is. I can't see. We're old and have to take our glasses off to read things that are, because I can't. I'm like, why? Can't see it. So it's a moisturizing lip color balm that is super hydrating. It's whopping watermelon. I feel attacked. It doesn't smell like watermelon.
No, it smells like that perfume.
It all stinks. I don't remember it tasting like watermelon, but it also is so pale you can't really see it.
It's like barely a hint of color.
Next up, Dr. Brandt. We all love Dr. Brandt.
I do enjoy some Dr. Brandt.
Why is it so small?
Pore refiner primer.
Sure, but
again, one-time use.
One time. One cheek. So tiny. And it's got a damn thing on it. So I haven't decided it. I know I'm going to end up probably giving it away because I don't really use primers. I don't get it. Why do you keep so much stuff on your face?
Right, exactly. It's like, look, if I got to put something on before I put something on, it's not going to happen.
This I was actually excited about. It's because I love Urban Decay. It's an Urban Decay all-nighter makeup setting spray, long lasting.
Okay.
I hardly ever use these, but I love Urban Decay.
Me too.
I don't care.
I got like one of those like little things, not Urban Decay, but I always forget I have it, and I like never really go anywhere like that either. Like
smells like cinnamon. No, I need that much.
Yeah, like I need to protect all my face. I just beat my face and now I gotta protect it.
I'm not having photo shoots that I need to.
It does smell like cinnamon.
It smells like cinnamon. Too many smells in this box.
There's a lot. All-nighter.
But it's a decent size that could have come just like that. Why was all this?
All this packaging.
All this.
Unnecessary.
Nope.
It's like a lot of literature involved.
Some study information, results that'll have you hooked. I don't read this. It's just trash you've put in the box.
Right. So now I got to throw this away.
Right.
Thank you.
Same with the Makeup Forever came in a little box. Why?
Unnecessary.
The little box inside the little box. What for? The last item is actually really nice, and I've put it on my skin. It feels great. It's Fresh Face Soy Fae Cleanser. It's for all skin types. Gently cleanses your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I do enjoy those.
Yeah. And I got a new Fitbit. I got the Fitbit Versa.
Ooh.
Little shout out to Fitbit Versa. And it tracks but it also is rude. And it's like, you still have 173 steps this hour. Get your ass up.
This hour?
Yes, this hour. And I have done it on conference calls for work. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Walking. Sorry.
Sorry, Fitbit.
Standing there with your arm like, does this count? But it does. It's rude. It interrupts me.
Is it also a watch?
Yes. So it's a watch. It does my heart rate.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I met Jeffrey Dean Morgan, my heart rate was out of control. I needed a doctor. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. And when I went to Universal and went to the Halloween Horror Nights, I am 100% afraid of clowns.
Oh, God.
Because they had a Killer Clowns from Outer Space alley.
Nope.
I almost cried.
Y'all can keep that shit.
And my heart rate was not as high as Jeffrey Dean Morgan. But it was pretty high. It was pretty high. So you also, in the Play by Sephora, you also get Sephora points. Or Sephora Play points that you can take in and do a class or do some shit. I don't know. I'm never going to do that. Again, it's trash in my envelope. Now, here's the most perplexing part of Sephora. The Sephora Play. All of it comes in this box, right? But everything inside this box came in this ugly bag.
What's the point?
It's an airline bag or something? I don't know. What am I going to do with that?
Open here to start your next beauty adventure. Like, it's supposed to be reusable, but it's like a thicker plastic.
Right.
But it looks like you should be able to
It's like a cigar
seal
bag. It's
something
terrible.
in here. Like,
I'm never going to use
am
them.
I putting meats in here?
Yeah.
Is that what's...
So they get one more. I may, like I said, I may play it out through the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there might be something super spectacular.
Right. They may give me
December.
like 150 points for December or something, you know. So I'm going to keep it for now.
On that, based on that.
Right.
Not that.
No, I'm not. And I've seen them in my subscription addiction. I'm like, ooh, maybe I should try Sephora.
Right.
But I'm not impressed so far. It's like being back with Birchbox. Now, you want to talk impressed.
They keep sending me shit too. Like, oh, we miss you. I bet you do.
I bet you do. And I miss when you were good. When was that again? This lovely thing is the Yes Oh Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it's spelled. Yes, oh, yes. And they're under $20 a month.
Okay.
It's like 17 something with shipping.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the thing I love about them, if you were there an entire year, I guess on the anniversary of the year, you get a special edition bag that has over $200 worth of stuff in it.
Oh, wow.
I'm in.
This is your first one?
This is, I've been there maybe 5 or 6 months now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in it for the year.
Yeah.
No matter what happens. And I'm in it because every month you get a full-size eyeshadow palette.
Ooh. A full eyeshadow palette? Oh my God.
So we're going to keep that for last. That's what's
Okay.
here. Okay. So this is, the thing with the Yes Oh Yes is they're like, leave samples behind. Everything in this box is full size.
Shut the front door. Oh, you bastards.
Yeah. Everything. And every month you get a full size
Oh, I
palette.
might be switching out.
So.
I might be getting rid of Ipsy and...
I say do it. Everything I've gotten from them so far, I've loved. Go to my blog, look at the past ones I've gotten. I've loved every one.
I'm good on bags now, on makeup
So,
bags.
yeah, and that's the thing with this, though. You're like, man, I've got so much eyeshadow now. I have so much shadow. But I love shadow.
Right. I mean, that's one that I actually use on a regular basis.
Yeah. But they never seem to go, like, dry out or empty out. I've not used an entire palette. I just have so many to choose from.
No, I don't think I've ever used an entire
No.
eyeshadow. I've surely dropped and broken.
Yes, yes. Come back from a trip. Really, TSA?
Everything is glittery.
Really? Thanks. First up, we have a Scone small cream brush. I'm assuming you apply like cream foundation or cream eyeshadows or something, but it feels so nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would need I need to pay more attention to what these brushes
to what these brushes do. I
because I have cream eyeshadows and I just use whatever, my finger, whatever. What?
And speaking of, we've got the Mirabella Lighten Up Imagine Visionary Cream Eyeshadow.
Ooh,
it feels nasty. Feel it.
No,
stick your finger in there.
No, I don't have anything to wipe it on.
Do it. Do it. It's weird.
Ew. It feels like chocolate mousse has been left out for 3 days.
Yes, it does. But
the thing is, I don't even have to wipe it. It's like bouncy. Why is it spongy?
It's spongy. But look at the glitter.
That is pretty. That is like very subtle.
So glittery.
It's very subtle though.
Yeah. Now later on tonight, I'm gonna go, why am I covered in glitter? What did I do? I'll forget that this is what so again, full size.
Yeah.
That'll last me the rest of my life.
Right.
I love it though. It's the texture's so weird. Okay, next we have a full bottle of NC Los Angeles nail color called I've Been Drinking.
I've been drinking.
And I have it on this finger.
Okay, that's cute. It's like
a hot pinky. Yeah, I like it. It's really pretty. So again.
Yeah, nail polish always uses that. Always use that.
This is the one disappointment. And the only reason it's a disappointment is because, first off, it's Styx lipstick. And I was like, Styx Cosmetics. Holy shit, this packaging is fire as fuck. So Art Nouveau.
Right?
Really? It's like silvery and pretty. It's got a little click.
It looks like it should be it's a James Bond thing. Like actually there's a tiny
bomb in the box.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. It's a tiny
Plus,
gun.
it makes the perfect swatch when you just swipe it. Wow. But then you realize that's not practical to put on your lips.
No.
That angle is not practical. And it goes on like shit. Looks terrible. Color's really kind of awful.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a 90s fuchsia pink.
Yeah.
That does not go with my skin color at all. I don't like it.
It looks almost orange
on
your skin.
And it's really hard to put on. So, and it's so light.
Yeah, and plus, like, if you were
That's
to
what
wear
I
this...
thought the Daryl wings were going to feel like when you handed them to me.
So in another box, I got some Daryl Wings USB drive, and the thing is heavy as fuck.
Yes. And that's what I thought
Tiny,
this was going to be, but no.
No. And what's weird is, like, if you were to use this on a regular basis, like, it would start to, like, the
Chip
way
off,
that the way that it'll wear down is going to be...
You're going to be using Q-tips to put it on. So that's a fail.
Think it all the way through, guys.
But so far...
Yeah.
Stellar.
It's pretty, so far 2 out of 3 out of 4 is great.
And then you get
the full ass
the
palette.
piece de resistance, the IBY Beauty City Limits gorgeous palette.
And it's not just like 30 shades of brown.
Nope. It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
It's so pretty. And it's got names like Road Trip and Playlist and Dance Party.
Love it.
So
Love
cute.
it.
Beautiful
Drop
shades.
bass.
Beautiful, beautiful. You've got some shimmery, glittery colors, but you've also, they look a little matte too. Look how dark that is.
I like it.
And that's just one little, swatch. One little, look at that. Look how dark.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then the backstage is the dark blue.
Yeah.
This is what we want. This is what we wanted from your...
From the Queen.
Yes.
Brown sugar.
Yes.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Colors like this.
Yes.
Like the drop base. The drop base is this purpley, mauvey, shiny.
That's awesome.
Gorgeous. Just sick.
That's awesome.
And it's
City limit.
Feel how heavy.
I think I'm
Good deep palette.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice
full
nice
palette.
Little. You are more than beautiful. Nice a little mirror with
and this is
inspirational message.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. This is the second or no, this might be the third IBY palette I've gotten from them.
Really?
There's a Desert Vibe one that was kind of different colors of browns and oranges and really, really pretty. So, yeah.
So, yes, oh, yes.
Yes, oh, yeah. I definitely.
Perfect name.
Yeah. No bag. There's no stupid bag. Everything's inside the mailer.
They give you the actual fucking, the mailer, which is, yes, just do it like that, please, and thank you.
And I
the
save
extra
these.
shit.
Because I ship you guys the stuff out in them. You wonder where I get those shimmery bags? That's where.
And yes, oh yes.
So I vote yes. Vote yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
And I have a
I'm gonna
code that I can share with everybody.
Oh, cool.
I have an affiliate code.
Ooh, look at you, fancy.
Yeah, for the blog. So I will post it on our Facebook page.
Nice.
And you guys should join up, seriously, because it's super cheap, way more high-end products that you don't really hear about, in other boxes. They may not necessarily be higher end. They're just different, non-mainstream, I should say.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. I'm not really spending a lot of time in Ulta. Usually I get all my stuff from Target.
Right.
Anyway.
I don't even care. I'm not a brand whore when it comes to makeup.
It makes no sense to me.
So,
all right. Sweet.
Yes.
Thank you. So I look
at that.
forward
I look
to
like
that.
an 80s flash dance on my hand. I created a mass of color.
So, I think I'm going to be giving that a whirl.
Yeah. I highly recommend it.
And I will use your affiliate code.
Yeah. I'll post it tonight.
All right, so Marcel's going to post it on our Facebook page. Like it, follow us.
Yeah.
We're visiting Sunnydale. We're also on Twitter at Back to Sunnydale. And please rate and review our show on iTunes, Libsyn, iHeartRadio, and Player FM.
Yes, don't forget to enable iHeartRadio on your Alexa device, because then you can just ask Alexa to play the latest episode of Revisiting Sunnydale, and she will.
Alexa is part of our team.
She is.
She's a super fan.
She's on my shit list for not listening to me. Why won't she change the channel when I want her, or change the song when I want her to? I don't care if it's your Lady Jam, Alexa. I don't want to listen to that song, and I said skip.
I bought you.
Right. Now my problem is I have too many Alexa devices.
How many do you have? How many do you need?
Okay, so we have one in the living room.
Reevaluate your lifestyle choices.
we have one in the living room, one in my bedroom. Raven has one in her room, but then I have a Kindle, and my Kindle is Alexa enabled.
Oh, jeez.
So I had to switch the Kindle to say Amazon instead of Alexa, because when I was saying Alexa, the Kindle would, yes. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other one.
They should really allow you to program the name that you want to use, because what if there's an Alexa that lives in the house?
Or you're watching WWE and they're talking about Alexa Bliss every fucking time. Yes. Raven told me a really funny story when she was working, and she has one in her room. And somebody was telling her a story that was very, very heartfelt, very meaningful. And for whatever reason, Alexa picked up something and said, I don't know about that. And the person heard.
Shade, Alexa.
And they were like, what? She was like, I'm sorry. That was she had to explain that it was her Alexa, not her, that was like shitting all over there. Made me laugh.
Oh, that hurts.
Made me laugh pretty hard. So shut your Alexa off while you're working, as to not upset.
That's so rude.
It's so rude.
Alexa, you bitch.
Right? And you know what I said.
So speaking of listening in, today we're listening to Fear.
We're listening to Fear. More like listening to Ooze.
Season 5, Episode 9. Original air date November 28th, 2000. Written by Rebecca Rand Kirshner. Directed by David Solomon. As Joyce's sickness makes her begin doing odd things. That doesn't seem like a right sentence. As Joyce's sickness makes her do odd things, a demon emerges from a meteorite and begins killing the mentally ill. Our guest stars are Charlie Weber as
Frank.
Amber Benson as Tara McClay, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Christine Sutherland as Joyce Summers, Claire Kramer as Glory, and Bailey Chase, is that his name? Is that proper? Because I had deleted it in the notes and then I realized, oh, this fucker is here.
He's uncredited.
Oh, okay. As Graham.
Riley's boyfriend's back.
Oh, maybe now he'll get some damn attention.
And he's got a new dog that he follows.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So the Summers ladies are hanging out at the hospital. Joyce's surgery is coming up in like 2 days. But Joyce cannot stand another moment in that
She's
hospital.
so done. She's so done.
Over it.
She is so over it.
And while, the girls are trying to ease her mind, we take to the gang patrolling for Buffy. And after 5 years, they still kind of suck at it. Why? Well,
and let's not forget the moment that, Dawn's still being his fucking spaz. Let's not skip over that. She's talking, is this the part where she's talking about Jell-O?
Yes.
And how they make it from cow hooves?
Yes.
But at least they kill them before they take their feet, right?
Yeah.
You see this hole in the side of your mother's head.
Now the time?
Right.
For this?
Why are we talking about this? Why?
Dawn. And then Buffy makes a great point. It's like, it was your idea to teach her how to talk.
I love it. And they're just trying to convince Joyce that it's all going to be okay. They got tons of stuff to do. They can watch soap operas. So this is my question. Is this when she gets addicted to passions? Because coming up, she starts, she has conversations with Spike about passions.
Right, because I guess we haven't had that moment yet where Dawn is where Buffy shuffles him off to Spike.
Boatload of manly responsibility out of nowhere. So I'm wondering if this is when she gets addicted to passions.
It might be. And is she not working all of this time?
I guess not. Who's watching the gallery?
Is it actually? It's never really been clear to me. Is this her gallery?
I've always wondered if she owns this gallery or if she just works there. We've never seen it.
No, which
ever
missed opportunity.
Right?
Could we not? Could we?
I would have loved
just one.
You're telling me she didn't have some events that we couldn't have had some shit start?
Right.
Jump off at. Come on.
Like, she wouldn't have her kids come to an event.
Opening.
Yeah, like
right.
You got to come to this.
They should have had most of Dead Man's Party happen at the gallery, but whatever, missed opportunity. But yeah, you're right. The gang not good at patrolling.
No,
except Willow.
She manages to dust 2. She's really excited about it.
So excited. I'm dusting 2 of them. Who needs a Slayer? And I'm dusting 2 of them. Then she almost passes out.
A lot of adrenaline.
Lots.
A lot of adrenaline going. She's not used to it.
Well, they're like WWE wrestler vamps.
Like
they're
some
huge.
6'5" woman vamp, just like
with arms of steel.
So, in their defense, they probably could. They could have used a Slayer with super strength. Giles almost accidentally stakes Xander.
My chest. Can we talk about Xander's hair?
It is terrible in these
Nikki.
few episodes.
Nikki, you've been working out. I see you got the upper body going.
Super buff, but
can we wear a little? We were talking about this the other day. The 90s was an era of too baggy clothes.
Too baggy.
Everything fit terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Then, in 2000s, for some reason, we decided to wear everything so tight.
I don't know.
And we're still wearing everything so tight. But Raven tells me that the baggy's about to come back.
Is it?
No.
Like how baggy?
But everybody just looks so messy.
It is a sloppy period of time.
Sloppy, wrinkly, messy period of time. Where's the common ground?
Like, why can't things just fit like they're supposed to fit?
Right. Just fit. The other day, I had to be at the GFS, of all places, with a kid whose pants, no lie, were belted to his thighs.
I've seen that, and I want to punch them.
Punch them in their butthole.
Like,
In the butt. You're going to put your butthole out here for me to have to look at? I'm punching you right in your anus. That's what's happening. With a cold piece of meat from the freezer. Because I'm at the grocery store.
child, what are you doing?
Right.
It's so I don't understand
and
why.
Then he went to pull them up and realized they were too tight on his thighs, belted.
That's the worst. Sagging skinny jeans.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Why?
Come on. It was bad enough when, like in our era, when they were the baggy pants and they would sag, but it was like, it wasn't.
They sagged because they were fucking baggy.
Exactly, because they were 3 sizes too big.
Right.
And, you know, there was the constant pull up and all that stuff, but still it was still just kind of like a hint
right.
of underpants is what we would see. But at this point, yeah, you're right.
Whole asshole.
Belted right underneath their ass cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is the thought process getting ready in
right.
the day?
Number one, let's break this down real quick. Number one, I don't want to see your underwear.
Nope.
Number two, you can't run away from anything like that.
No.
Not a bully, not a cop.
You are
not a
up
pack of wolves.
Yeah, you're
in all
dead.
3 of these scenarios. You're gonna die. Why? Because you had run with your feet real close together because your legs can't open up. And number 3, I don't want to look at your underwear.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand it.
I don't know why this is supposed to be a good look. And y'all know where this originated, right? Where this whole sagging your pants bullshit is. There's 2 scenarios that I have heard of where it originated, and neither one is pleasant. Neither one makes you look good.
No.
One is that's how dudes in prison wear their pants when they are not taken, when they're not wifed up, when they're not somebody's boo thing. Or 2, I've also heard that it was back in slave days, they would make the men wear their pants low if they would need to be broken.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Neither one of those are pleasant.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So why do we want to associate yourself with this?
With skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans.
That makes no sense.
I just want to like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God.
Punch him in the butthole.
Exactly. I wish a kid of mine would.
I wish I could just walk around with a cattle prod. I know this sounds terrible. One little tase. That's all you get. Cattle prod to the butthole.
Pull him up.
Yeah. And the mom is just like walking around. You know your son's ass.
Right.
Is out.
There's no way I would allow that.
No.
Like, I don't care. Like, sure, I can understand, like, if they're out of your sight, you can't really control what's happening. But if they're with you, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
You gonna let him wear those? Is he wearing that to church?
Right.
Really?
Shame on you. Shame on you all.
So back to the sad fest that is this episode.
No,
I can't.
We're trying to get.
I can't do it. I just can't.
So I guess Riley ghosted them again on this mission.
That's why they're alone and letting Miss Piffle do things.
And Xander's pretty sore about it.
He's butthurt.
But Riley's off in a junkie den, letting
2-bit vampire trollops. They're so nasty.
This is such a gross scene, and it's just everything about it is just.
I'd rather talk about tiny Jewish Santa.
It just ruins me. So yeah, so Riley's doing that, and in the meantime, Willow is at the hospital with gifts.
Yep. She showed up with a big old bag of gifts. Huge bag of gifts.
Very big bag. She brings Joyce a beer hat with, you guys know the type with the two and the top and straws. And she brings Dawn a pseudo book of spells.
Well, what I don't understand about the beer hat, Joyce had surgery on her head, which is pretty sore.
Pretty sore, pretty tender.
So putting a
delicate.
giant, heavy plastic hat, which filled with Chardonnay, because it's Joyce.
Exactly.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah, Willow, you didn't think it all the way through.
No.
And then she mentions, and she's like, and as I'm saying it out loud, this gift seemed like the most important thing ever in the store, and now it just seems stupid. You're right, it's stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah, maybe you should have gotten her some lovely headscarves.
And Joyce has a couple moments or two where it's, she just slows down a little. It's not nearly as scary as the one that she has at the end of this.
Rip it in half and stick it in bed with me.
Everyone in the room has the same look on their face that we have right now. Like, what's that even mean?
Joyce?
Rip what in half? Buffy's homework? Because that's what we were talking. Because she brings out a big old book, and Buffy's like, "Why do I get homework?" Willow's like, "I did all your assignments. You just have to."
Just gives her a yo-yo.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't believe in tiny Jewish Santa anymore. But yeah. So then Joyce is like, "Okay, I'm a little tired. Y'all need to leave me be.
Get this spaz out of my room."
They go out in the hall, and Dawn's like, "Why is she saying these things?" Buffy explains to her what's going on.
Well, Buffy's like, "Oh,
right.
I should have told you."
Right.
The doctor said that she.
You knew beforehand that this was a possibility.
And you just didn't think it was necessary to tell me the mom's going to say some crazy shit.
Yeah. Mom's just going to spout out some more off the wall, off color bullshit.
And she does do it just like that.
Angrily.
Oh. Shit.
My bad.
I'm so sorry.
So about that. So as they're doing this, some random crazy person points out that Dawn has no data.
Mm-hmm. Dawn does cut her eye at Buffy at that too when she gives her that little sister look that you
Like,
watch it. Yeah, I messed up, but watch yourself. And this crazy man, we had seen him before.
did we?
Isn't he the mailman
Maybe.
that Glory brain sucked?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's so confused by Dawn, and this is not the first time this has happened to her.
Nope. So he's basically talking about how she doesn't exist and blah, blah, blah. She's not a thing, yada, yada. And Ben shows up again.
Well, how come they let this go on for so long? His family doesn't stop it.
Right. He's got family members, and there's doctors, too. There's like 2 family members and a doctor that are escorting him, and they're all just like, oh, he's fine. Harassing a young child. It's no big.
Who's clearly terrified.
Right. So Ben shows up.
Was that guy messing with you?
What? Clearly.
Yes. And you're just, where did you come from? Walks in all swaggery in his...
He's just hanging out outside of Joyce's room all the time. Is that what's just waiting for Buffy to show up? And he's just telling them all that the hospital is literally full up on crazy right now. They're letting folks go home who have family. They can't house all of the crazy.
He's like, don't even get me started. About what? Why are you here?
Get you started on what, man? We didn't. You came over here. So, and then we, that's all done, and we take to Tara and Willow who are stargazing.
It's a sweet little scene.
It's cute, except
it doesn't make me want to vomit like most of their.
I know, just
interactions.
It just gives me pause of Tara's made up names for the star, like Moose getting a sponge bath. How do you even envision that?
I don't see that.
But pile of crackers, that one was stretching. That one was a stretch.
And it's so weird that they're just up on this roof. What roof is this?
Something that they've never done before and never do again. Just strictly for the purposes of the plot.
Right.
Is that as they're watching this meteorite crashes to Earth. Yeah, what is it, the dorm room? How did they get up
box?
there? So a meteorite crashes to Earth and they see it.
Apparently have high-tech technology to track where it landed because in the blink of an eye, we're at the crash site.
Okay, sure.
How's that happen?
Sure.
Riley had some technology because he showed up this time.
Yeah, he was really excited about it too. Mm-hmm. So as you know, we also take to the crash, and something skitters out of it and attacks the crazy man from earlier.
The perfect word, because
who supposedly had family to watch him, and now he's just wandering around the woods by himself at night,
walking around talking nonsense. Just okay.
Where's your family?
They did not care. They watched him harass a 14-year-old girl, and they probably watched his crazy ass walk out the door.
Walk out the front door.
Get him.
Where's Charles going?
Don't care. Seriously, the pension that will kick in, we're good. It's fine.
This may be the answer to our prayers.
And he's talking. We need some fresh spaces. Go for a walk out in the woods with some fresh air. He needs to talk and walk. Who needs? What are you talking about? Considering that later on we find that they're all messed up because of Glory. Mm-hmm. But they also share like this consciousness later on. So what is he talking about? Is this what Glory's talking about right now?
Maybe.
Because she goes batshit crazy every now and again.
Yeah, when she doesn't feed, she gets a little off.
And the skittery thing goes to the hospital right away, and it's gross.
So Joyce is getting all antsy. She wants to go home, and for some reason, I guess because, like 2 white women are telling him to, the doctor agrees to it. He's like, sure.
That happens.
Yeah. There's all this shit you're going to have to do. There's all this medicine you're going to have to administer. You got to check her vitals. But yeah,
sure.
You look like you can handle that.
Yep.
20-year-old kid in college.
And let's point out that through the rest of the episode, she doesn't do any of that.
No.
Not
didn't
once.
see her check one vital.
Not once. Didn't give her one pill.
She gave her a sleeping pill of sorts. She gave her something to help her sleep. But that was pretty much it. So yeah, things get really weird at the Summers house once. So, they get together, they go home.
She gets real shitty with this doctor, though. This is the shittiest I have ever seen Joyce get.
I kind of like it.
I do too. And he's like, no, Joyce, you should. I can't. My head hurts. I am not staying here. I can't do it. Buffy, tell him I cannot. And she is getting real.
She was like, he said something about me. You're just a little uncomfortable. I was like, maybe it's because of the tumor in my head. Whoa.
Joyce. You're so angry. So angry.
Please calm down.
And Buffy handles it all very well.
She does, actually. And
very, very well.
She gets all the stuff she needs to get, and then she takes her mom home. And I'm assuming they call a cab because Buffy can't drive, and you're not going to allow Joyce to drive, are we?
Did the monks program driving to the littlest Summers? Because I'm sure she's a spaz at that, too.
Don't let her behind the wheel.
She's too little.
So, yeah, like you said, they were investigating the meteorite and the crazy man's body, and Riley finds some black goop in his mouth.
It's so nasty.
And he pulls it out with his pen or something.
Because everybody has a pen.
Everybody just...
It must have smelled awful.
It's everybody, because it wasn't like everybody was hovering around. Like,
it's the reaction that I want to happen on Walking Dead all the time that never happens, because that place reeks. You know it does.
It's not even just the place. Like, it's the air. It's the like one good fucking waft.
Right?
Ooh, the wind picks up one day and...
But no, everybody just walks around like smelling daisies.
Or even the people... Like, before they found running water.
Where's all the toothpaste? Nobody's brushing their teeth. They should all be halitosis up. Mm-hmm. And how come nobody notices this Queller rolling around on the ceiling at the hospital? It climbs right over Dawn.
It's not a small thing.
No.
Like,
I noticed the tiniest spider crawling across.
Yes. Exactly. You can, your periph, you pick up some fucking movement.
Right.
You got it.
And then for the rest of the day, because I won't go up there and kill it, but I will mark its progress. Because the closer it gets, if it gets anywhere near, I see you. I see you walking across the ceiling. Just know that I know you're there. Stay up there.
Right. I won't have no problem.
Right.
Don't mess with me. I won't mess with you.
Right. You start coming down the wall. Then we got a problem. But nobody notices the Queller.
And Buffy with her, Slayer sense.
Nobody notices it.
So they're going to go do research while Riley chooses to stay and tamper with the crime scene. And then he calls his boo Graham after everyone's left.
He needs to talk to the man behind the desk.
That.
You should have called that number a long time ago and got a job.
Right. hanging around trying to take care of Buffy.
And this is the second time poor Willow's found a body this season.
Oh, yeah. And she mentions, I don't want to be the one to find the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And I agree. I really don't understand why they take Anya places with them, because all she does is quit.
Mm-hmm.
She's just sarcastic.
I don't know why she agrees to go.
It's like she doesn't want to let Xander out of her sight.
Probably. Because I could just imagine, like, hey, we're going to do... No, thanks. I'm going to be here.
And even when they're looking at the body and everybody's looking at it intently, she's like, yeah, what's going on? What are we looking at?
Right.
It's good. Exactly. Why are you here?
So this thing basically looks like a giant stink bug. And
It's nasty.
I quit. Like, it's a man-sized stink bug. Like, I literally...
With rows of teeth.
Yes. Rows of teeth.
Rows.
And it
And a
pukes
human
out
face.
mucus.
It's nasty. So it's gone to the mental ward. And it's killing all the mental patients.
We
don't know why yet.
I don't know why yet. It doesn't make any sense yet.
It doesn't make any sense. It's really stupid.
Take back to our Riley and them, Army talking junk, whatever. And as the Summers get back home, and Joyce is complaining about the light. It's too bright.
It's too bright. It's too bright. Oh, Buffy, it's too bright.
Okay, all right, I got it.
She says like 5 times. She's like, okay.
And then she's like, I'm going to take Mom upstairs. We'll turn off the light there. Dawn, turn off the lights down here. Mm-hmm. But if you're going upstairs, why?
Why?
Why I got to be in the dark?
What for?
So the whole house is in darkness and, plot point, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens. And then at some point, bitch Joyce comes and putters downstairs into the kitchen.
We knew she was going to say some strange things, but...
She comes out of pocket like hard at Buffy.
Swinging.
So she's like clanging in the kitchen. The girl's going like, what's up? What are you doing?
She's burning stuff.
Burning shit. And she's
like, what are you, Mom? What are you doing?
Whips around from the fridge like, I'm making breakfast. What do you think I'm... Damn.
And then
she comes out with a heavy hitter. But you don't... Looking at Buffy, but you don't need anything else. You're disgustingly fat.
Oh. That's a pretty bad burn. That might have to be our burn.
I think that's it.
It might have to be the burn. That's so mean. And seriously, Buffy weighs like 19 pounds.
Like, honestly, yes.
And you even see Buffy for a second. Oh, hey.
That one hit hard.
It hit hard. And I expected Dawn to be like, heh. But she's just freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. And then Joyce snaps out of it. And was like, hey, what's going on? What am I doing?
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said I'm sorry. What?
No, it's fine, I guess.
It's okay.
Sure.
Let's just go back to bed. Sick of this.
This time, I think I'm going to tape your mouth shut, though, okay?
Let's just tie you to this bed. Take these 7 pills. Here you go.
And was it in the kitchen or is it in the bed? Yeah, it's later.
So Buffy and Willow or Buffy. Buffy is doing dishes in the kitchen. Dawn's in her room. Joyce is in her room. And Joyce is just muttering nonsense about tennis matches and tests and had she known and do you have a pass? What are you doing here? They have to tell me you're not allowed to be here.
But I think before that happens, this is when Joyce looks at Dawn and recognizes
for a split second.
Yeah, for a hot second. She's just like, you're nothing. You're nothing there.
And it's the second time she said it to her.
Yeah. And so then Dawn huffs off.
Yeah.
And Buffy has to go do some big sister explaining about blah, blah, blah. But Dawn's starting to develop a complex.
Right. Why does
Rightfully
everybody
so.
say this about me?
This guy said it. Mom said it. There was a guy before I didn't tell you about that said it. This is not cool, etc.
I don't like it.
But the explanation seems to appease Dawn. Buffy's all like, mental illness, synapses, and brain.
Don't listen, even if it's Mom.
Okay, fine.
But Mom's the one that keeps saying it. Mom said twice now. What's wrong with me? Why am I a shadow? You call me a shadow.
So Buffy's doing dishes, and there's this moment.
It's tough.
Yeah, okay, so that's after she is... Okay, let's back
She
up.
can hear Joyce muttering.
Yes, Joyce is doing muttering, so she turns on this fucking maddening, crazy, repetitive, ridiculous fucking music. And it just gets faster and faster.
It does not match her emotional state at the time, I will say.
It matches no one's emotional state unless they're a cartoon. This is, it's so awful. It's so awful. It's so awful.
It's so terrible.
I think that might be.
But she turns it up because she's trying to drown out the sound of Joyce muttering.
And, you know, poor Dawn is like right next door, I guess, and she's hearing all of it.
Even she's like, what the fuck is that?
Can you give her more sleeping pills, please?
Oh, I forgot. At the same time, the gang has found out some info.
Right. That this killer snot monster has happened. This thing has happened before in like 1917 in Russia. And turns out it gets summoned to kill crazy people. It's the Queller.
To quell the madmen.
Now the big question is, who did it? Yep. Who done it?
I love that we get the information from Xander's little I Can Read book about asteroids.
He's very proud of it.
And Giles is very upset about having said snot monster from outer space. He doesn't want to talk about it. He'll never say it again. But yes, who has done it? Who has summoned this beast?
It doesn't make any sense for Glory to have done it.
No.
And you know, none of the gang did it.
Right. So instead we get a throwaway scene explaining it.
Yeah, towards the end, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's also... Okay.
It's stupid.
But is it also the moment where we find out about him?
Dun, dun, dun. Yes.
It was a little wasteful.
Willow calls Riley, gives him an update on the Queller, and he's desperately trying to not let on that he's working with the initiative. He's forgetting his pronoun usages. They think they've trapped it at the hospital because there's a bunch of dead mental patients.
Right.
But then throughout their tracking, they realize that it left.
Yeah. And through Joyce's convo, her batshit conversation, we find out a couple of scenes later that she's talking to the thing. It's on the ceiling.
It's on the ceiling.
Look, I don't like those. I don't like the way you're staring at me. I would agree.
Those eyes are like gasoline puddles. What are you talking about? And why has no one come in to check on you? I'm sorry. If my mom had been babbling for this long,
yes,
I would have gone to check on her.
Absolutely. But
And
they're just in there trying to drown her out.
Right. Even the Queller.
This is why she should have been in the hospital still.
Even the Queller is just like, lady. Why does it wait so long?
It's waiting a long time.
Long
like
ass
he's up there for about 20 minutes.
What's keeping him up there too? Like his sticky little hand. And she's just like,
she's squirming around in her bed. Poor Joyce.
Stop staring at me. I don't like it.
And finally he pukes up all over her face and
thankfully Dawn is like, what the hell was that? Because let's be honest, Dawn's bedroom is Joyce's closet, I think.
Right.
And it's very close to her bedroom. And she goes in and she saves Joyce.
Yeah, Joyce is the mucus is hardened. And it's like a candle wax or something.
She's sitting there like, eh. And Dawn's running around while Joyce is trying to pry this thing off her face.
Dawn finds something and she like bats at the thing and finally like she screams for Buffy. Buffy's still breaking down and crying at the kitchen sink. And then
she told Riley she couldn't do it because if she let it go, she wasn't gonna be able to stop.
Right. And then finally Dawn lets out another
really,
and she hears it and she like drops it like ooh the way she spins around.
She's scared and runs upstairs. But why'd you come in the room with so much disdain and disbelief? What? Look at Mom.
You want to talk about...
There's something in here.
It's like, I'm not just going to scream at you like that for no reason.
The way that thing came at Dawn, too, like over the bed and like... I've got some questions in a minute, but... So, she runs in and she tells them, stay put. Dun, 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 I'm here to save the day. And she goes back out with her best Buffy look, walking around, stalking through that hall. And she runs into...
Hi,
it's not the demon.
But wait, my whole thing is she passes her bedroom with a whole entire chest full of weapons.
Yeah.
And she goes for the kitchen cutlery.
Right.
Okay.
You couldn't get a crossbow Axe.
Yes.
No.
But a knife is what you need in this scenario. Did you see the thing shell? That
Right.
shell in that thing?
Right.
So yeah, so as she's stalking through with the knife, waiting to get this thing.
She runs into our boyfriend.
What? What?
Captain Peroxide.
He just pops out of the basement. She's like, "What are you doing in my basement?"
Right.
And he's like, "Did you hear a noise?"
One of my favorite moments of this whole episode. Like, no. Did you hear something? Did I hear something?
I heard you coming out of my basement.
Right.
What are you doing?
Now
and also at this point, I was thinking, is Spike even in this episode?
Right.
I didn't remember. Like, why am I watching this?
But my question to you, how long has he been in the basement? Did he not hear her crying in the...
Right.
Was he like standing at the top, the bottom of the steps like, ooh.
Yeah. Should I? It's
because how did he get in? I
Was
don't know
he there
that they have
before
an
they got there?
right. Do they have an outside door to the basement?
I don't think so.
So he came in through the house.
Right, which apparently, I guess we've learned that they leave
He
the
just
door
does
open.
this.
Yeah. So yeah,
His excuse for being there,
you've got a lot of junk in your basement.
and I need junk. You're stealing.
Hey, are those pictures of me?
They are indeed pictures of her
He slips into
that
his
he's shoving
pocket.
into his pocket. But he gets attacked by the Queller.
Which is my favorite part in this. The look on his face, his reaction when he is attacked, there is genuine terror
Yes.
in that face.
Yes.
I don't know if James or Spike have a fear of giant bugs, but he's
I
like,
love it.
what is this?
Yep.
What the fuck am
I love it. It's because he's probably never seen an alien before. He only knows about demons.
Right.
This is a whole new level of just shit to deal with. So I love the moment when he picks up the knife and throws it to her.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite parts of this episode.
Right.
The teamwork they have. And then when he puts the hand out, she takes it.
Right.
And then I love the circular
Yeah, that was so cool.
shot. And he looks amazing.
Yeah, he always.
Right. But the way he looks
the
like,
circular
yes.
shot, the way he poses and,
Yeah.
and gives that look that.
And then he says, you just missed a real nice time.
Yes, because Riley and team come bursting in all loud
Late.
and late.
Late as usual. Let's talk for a second about Buffy's stabbing of the Queller. This thing is making the worst sound, like such a terrible sound that I'm like, please stop. It's like a baby. I think it's a baby Queller. You got to stop. It's in a lot of pain. Can't you hear the pain? And then it's looking at her like, ow! And it's got its
Why are you doing
face.
this to
Yes.
me?
I'm just doing a job. And why did he spit up on her?
Right. That's a good question.
He was right there by
Like it should
the
happen.
mucus or kisses. It's so gross. And then it dies. And she just rolls her eyes like, ugh. And kind of pushes it off of her.
I'm a little concerned with how come nobody was concerned that there may have been more than one? But
Just one? We thought we just one?
just the one.
And so again, Riley's like, damn it.
Right when you needed me. Yes, you were late.
That's your own fault.
Right. And you you showed your hand and brought the whole initiative crew up in the mix.
And he's like, Buffy, and she runs past him.
Yeah.
Doesn't give him the time of day. Just runs up to Mom and Dawn to make sure they're okay.
And rightfully so.
To let them know that it's over. She killed it. Because normally, Joyce would have just been in her room like, is it over? Can I come out now?
Right.
Nobody thinks about her.
No.
So, but
Hello?
thankfully this time, Buffy
Right.
ran
There's
up.
usually some noise and they're like, oh, Mom, I forgot you were in there.
Now, the one thing I will say about this season is Buffy is getting a lot of use out of this lilac tank top.
She is.
Have you noticed that?
Yes, it's been in several episodes.
Several episodes. They used it in the promo art.
Right.
Someone must have decided that she looked great.
This is going to be your go-to.
Yeah. So we're done with the Queller.
Go to the
Except
hospital.
for one thing.
Go to the hospital parking lot, and old Frankie Ben
Yep.
is
Apparently
Going
doesn't lock his door either.
gets into his car, and one of Glory's pets is in there.
The new main pet that becomes is it Dreg? It's not Dreg. Yeah, it is Dreg.
I think it is. Yeah. And it's weird because he's like talking shit and he's calling Ben sir and shit.
We're like, what? How do you know this nasty bumpy monster?
Like, why aren't you more disgusted and surprised by this thing's presence in your back seat? And then he tries to check him. He's like, hey, why'd you summon the Queller?
You summoned the Queller?
Ben summoned the Queller.
And that's not even the big reveal.
Why? Why would Ben? Because he's cleaning up Glory's mess like he's done his whole damn life.
Ben knows Glory?
Glory knows Ben?
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
He's more important than I thought.
Oh my God.
Except he's not.
He's sort of, kind of, yeah, but not really.
Not really. He's so not important.
So
lame.
I still have so many questions about that whole thing.
I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get it at all. What'd your parents do?
Did they summon her at some point?
Did they sell you to? Like,
right.
Who made this deal? Monks. Why the monks are fucking with people?
Just fucking with the whole thing. Yeah, we're going to have to pay a lot of attention when they do finally explain their connection, but I'm pretty sure they don't really do a great job of really explaining it.
No.
It's like, no. You can't just tell us this.
Nope. They wrap it up in the hole. You'll forget as soon as... What? Why did I care about? You're right. I don't. I do frequently forget why I care. Good on you. I like that. That's good.
So we go back to the hospital, and Joyce is about to go in for surgery, and she has this moment with Buffy. And at first, I thought it was going to be like a whole like come to Jesus, if anything should happen to me, blah blah blah. But that's not the only thing it is. There's another.
It's
worse. What the fuck? She's like, hey, while all that was going down, I had these flashes, this like knowledge or blah. Dawn's not real, huh?
Yeah, it's so sad. Dawn's not mine.
Right, is what she says. And she's like, but.
And Buffy does this thing where her eyes just glass up. Mm-hmm. Buffy doesn't cry. She glasses up.
Yeah, there's like that whole, like her eyes hold the biggest fucking tears ever. And, yeah, so Joyce knows she's not hers, but she belongs to us, right? And she's important to the world, right?
Yeah. We have to take care of her.
And Buffy's like, yeah.
It's my fucking job. But she's such a spaz, Mom. Why do I have to take care of her?
She is slowly ruining every relationship I have.
It's so bad.
And Joyce makes Buffy promise to take care of Dawn.
And we end our episode with poor Joyce being wheeled into surgery and everyone watching.
Oh, they really just kind of make me like a little chills when they're there. It's like,
watching her go. Yeah. Even Riley, and no one cares.
Oh, Riley, when did you get here?
I half expected to see Spike sitting in the chair. Because he loves his Joyce.
He does. The lady was always decent to him. Ugh. So, yeah. There's no song?
No song. More just score. It's all score.
This one is Thomas Wander.
Yes, he did the score this week.
Okay.
It was a good score. It was...
Wasn't bad.
Rouse. The only song is the do. No, we don't count that.
No, that doesn't count as anything. The burn.
I picked the we both picked the Buffy. You've got a book on spell. You got her a book on spells. The girl who can break things just by looking at them now has a book to teach her to break things just by looking at them.
The body count.
Quite the body count, actually. 6 patients got killed by the Queller demon, and then the Queller by Buffy.
Wow, there's a lot of people. And 2 vampires dusted by Willow.
And the 2 giant vampires.
And this does pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah, we're talking about Joyce.
Yeah.
It's all about Joyce.
So sad. So sad. You've got random trivia?
Yeah, random trivia. It's just that it is revealed in this episode that Ben knows about Glory. And he has some sort of connection to her.
Yes. And also, I guess I don't remember being that impressed by that when it first happened.
No, it was just like, oh, okay.
All right, so let us know what you thought of listening to Fear by sending us a voice message at 412-385-7250 or recording an MP3 file less than a minute and emailing it to revisitingsunnydale@gmail.com. Or you can send us an email, write it out, or send us a Facebook message or tweet at us. Next week's episode,
Into the Woods, or as I like to call it, the end of Riley.
So this is the one? This is the one where it all comes crashing down.
Yep.
Finally, this is going to be a good one.
Into the Woods.
Yeah, this is a good one. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of drama in this one. I like it. I like it a lot.
I've got it. There's some good Spike moments in it that I love. And it's the end of Riley Finn.
Bye, dude. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so make sure to subscribe, follow, like us, and all that jazz. You can follow the show on Twitter at Back to Sunnydale, or me, Camila, at _Rugged Angel.
Or me, Marcel, at mspear7338.
Thanks for listening, and we will talk at you next week.